Hello guys, welcome to another Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV, Realm Reborn. Yeah, I'm still in Realm Reborn. I've been playing Pokemon Unite a little bit, and also my sister told me to try out New World, which is this new MMO. So I've been playing that a day or two, and so it's hard to, I don't know, I find it hard to like switch between two, but I felt like today I wanted to play some Final Fantasy, so let's do a little bit of the main story quest. Do a little bit of it. Okay. Okay. I looked at the what do you call it? The what do you call it? Mandeville? What do they call it? Hildebrand quest, and it's a really long chain. So I thought I'll just do that later on. Okay. You are late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You're familiar with Doma? Doma, yes? In Othard? Not really. Well, like the rest of the nations of the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale. And more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Uldar, Scory. Unless I'm mistaken, and I am rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with a sultan sworn on the royal promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be being pursued by some, and if not, who better than you to have on hand in an event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Oh, that's just nice to hear. Besides, I do so enjoy some of your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Uldar. Do we catch the boat, or do we go just teleport there? We could just teleport there. Let's check the quest. Easy enough. Uldar. Ooh. 2 new clients to her. The Mother of Exiles. Could go from the Alchemist Guild. Love having my key bindings. Promenade, we're here. Whoa, cutscene. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. You shall not pass. Pray understand, good sir, we have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. Wow. Something's happening. You know not what you do. Is this... Because he's being pretty rude. The other guy's being pretty rude. I gather your plea fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you'll find me more to your liking. Alpha no Livelu, at your service, my friend. A friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique in this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are your allies in Uldar, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there's aught we can do to help. I love my ironworks armor. It looks cool. Quicksand. One day I'll know my way around here. I don't know where I'm going. Ah, getting somewhere? Alright. Thought I would run instead of TP just to learn Uldar a little bit, hopefully. Oh, the refugees are here.
We have travelled some several thousand
Voice.
miles across the sea from the nation of Doman, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Domar was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
Refugees.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
Oh. So they got nowhere to go.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
Good.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
I'll show them around the city that I'm lost in. Cool. Progressing the storyline. If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them. I think, suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made, though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much. Desperation compels me. Gentle sir, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Ooh. Oh, we speak to... Cool. Hello, why didn't you say so sooner, Scory? 'Cause course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. To tell the truth, a wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow. See, but just sent word that they can't come, meaning I got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Haha, this is great. Go and call on Frieder and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Waken Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. Cool. Walked into the fountain. Good old sprint. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momori's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. Okay, hold on, just 1 second. She's in the business of... Okay, read that already. Give her the letter. Hand over. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. Oh, harsh. But they're refugees. Alright. My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions? Nope. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. You mark my words. Oh, so cold. I'm curious what this blue quest is. I'm curious what this gives you. Unlocks a dungeon, I think. New dungeon. Interesting. Should I accept the quest? Might as well. Time heals all wounds, or so also say those who have never experienced the pain. More than 30 summers have passed since I carried the standard of the Dark Light Raiders into Cutter's Cry, but not a day goes by that I don't see the faces of the friends I lost that fateful day. Gerbold the Red and his loyal second, Albright Stillwater, Simon the Sweet, always armed with a jab and jest, our ever ireful mage, Chiran Zabran, and quick to cast as he was to temper, Thormden Thousandgill. Never has there lived a man with a lighter, tighter grip, be it on his sword or his coin. And let us not forget one one limb ilum alsum. Though it's hard to fathom now, what with all the adventurers scampering about like rabbits in the spring, there was once a time when bands of mercenaries who were the city-states turned to when in need of a blade, the Dark Light Raiders being the biggest and best of them bands, Ishgardian funded forays into hellish pits like the Aurum Vale could earn us a king's ransom in a matter of days, though it would only take a night of devil's play at the Mirage to see it gone from our purses. So was the life of a raider. That is until we took that job at Cutter's Cry. My brothers and I stood against herds of giant buffaloes on Ogomoro, Snurble infestations on the Pearl, legions of cold-blooded Sahagin from the abysmal depths of the Indigo Deep. But none of that prepared us for the horrors we would face in Hell's brood holes. None of it prepared us for the Chimera. The bards still sing of the day 7 of the realm's finest warriors set off into the bowels of that forsaken place, and only saw one return, Sibold the Stoic, spared by the beast so that he may warn all others who would be foolish enough to attempt to despoil the Chimera's lair. Ah, my apologies. You did not come to hear the guilt-ridden ramblings of an old man, but if you have a moment, I was wondering if I could ask you of a favour. The final wish of my ailing soul, seeking peace with his past before departing on his journey through time, through the seven gates. In each of the 30 summers since escaping from the maws of that terrible beast, I have returned to its lair to pay the proper respects to my fallen compatriots. However, the years have finally caught up with old Sibold, and try as I might, can no longer these bones make the trek alone. If it not too much to ask, would you travel to Cutter's Cry in my stead, and place this bouquet of flowers upon the resting place of the Dark Light Raiders? Quest accepted. Cool, that sounds pretty nice. Okay. Speak with Momody again? I know this is the place because it's the fountain that I ran into. Okay. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yuguri it's all in hand. That's really nice. I like this. Cool. I'm glad we could help. That was convenient. I dared not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed, I agree. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. Yay! Cuts through the red tape. We have been granted an audience. Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favour. Cool. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favour you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favour of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. Cool. That's the Alchemist Guild, isn't it? Slowly learning the layout, am I? It's kind of a very relaxing game when you just kind of like do the main story quest without doing any dungeons. Just like wandering around, talking. It's nice. Here we go. The Flame General. A pleasure, Scory. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Kind of like watching a TV show. Or anime or something.
I, Yugiri of Domar, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid.
Hold on a
request
second.
that you grant my people asylum.
Hello?
Got home.
Hello?
I just got home.
Oh, you got home. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I feel like exercise.
Okay, sure, yeah, alright. I'll set it up. Yeah, I'll set up in about 5-10 minutes.
Can we do an easy show?
Okay. Okay, alright, see ya. Just gonna exercise with my sister, but I will finish this little cutscene thing.
I, Nanamo, 17
She's so cute.
of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Doma, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the
Only 200.
confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit from this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law. Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domans Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
Cool.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law. And so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
He's sarcasm.
Tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage hath fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your
True.
concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Of course he goes. Oh, there's a couple. Oh no. That's a fair few. How many are left? Oh.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Ugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
Aw.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have travelled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
He tried.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Cool. As you observe, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah, I will waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone follow me to the Hall of Flames. Cool, at least something's gonna happen to help them. Anyway, I'm gonna go exercise my little sister now, so thanks for watching, guys, and we'll continue this later on. See you guys, bye.